right now, good evening and welcome back to the Daily Mix. I know you missed us last week, we weren't here, but thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm your host, Gina Cheatham, aka the Clever Connoisseur, your budget-friendly luxury lifestyle specialist. The first day of spring has sprung just a few days ago, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful start to the season with sunny skies and slightly cool breezes. The award-winning St. Louis Zoo was packed full of animal lovers and warm weather enthusiasts. Tons more folks were at the driving range where I was, working on their swing and preparing for their full-on golf season. I can't wait. I truly enjoyed my weekend, and I hope you did too. Now, you know what time it is. Time to get in the mix. All right, speaking of sunny skies, in my opinion, weather has everything to do with your overall mood. Think about it. How often do you see people in Florida, California, the islands walking around looking mad or sad? Not often. And if you don't believe me, just ask all those spring breakers who spent the past 2 weeks having fun in the sun. But unfortunately, there are some who did not prepare properly, and upon their return to reality, they're dealing with the aftermath of unprotected skin. So yes, people, I am talking about good old sunburn, and it's extremely important that you prepare for a day out in the sun by protecting your skin. However, if you're hearing this message and it's a little too late, listen up and take note of the tips provided by dermatologist and beauty expert Dr. Melanie Macklin. She's the beauty director of Hype magazine, and she's a regular guest and contributor to the Steve Harvey radio show. Yes, that Dr. Mac. The one that was also featured on the Chris Rock movie, Good Hair? Yes. Sit there and listen up.
When someone does get a sunburn, one thing that's the most important is you don't want to rub the skin or scrub the skin, because that skin has a lot of good stuff to help to heal better and heal healthier and heal faster. So you don't want to rub away that skin. And also, you want to try to cool the skin now, because it's been burned. The sun has literally burned the skin. So cool compresses, like, you know, one of my favorites is just pulling a bag of frozen vegetables out of the freezer, wrap it in a cloth, and put that on the area for about 15 minutes, and do that at least 2 to 3 times a day. That's going to help to soothe the skin, reduce any sort of inflammation in that area. Also, I do want you to clean the area, because it needs to be clean, but don't use any harsh, irritating deodorant soap. So, you know, Love, Dial, and Libra, but we can't use those deodorant soaps right now. We have to use something very mild and non-irritating, something like Dove or Basis soap, something of that nature. Even Aveeno bath washes are very good. And then also, what's going to help to really reduce that inflammation in the skin, Gina, you want your viewers to really use some hydrocortisone ointment. They can pick that up at their drugstore, and use that like 2 to 3 times a day in a thin layer over all the burned areas, and that's going to really make them feel better. Even soothing lotions that have aloe vera. Aloe vera is very good for cooling the skin, and it's going to make them feel really good. Now, areas that some of the skin has come off, okay, in order to reduce the infection in that area, pick up like a triple antibiotic ointment, or something like Neosporin, something to just coat that area to reduce any sort of bacterial buildup.
Thank you, Dr. Macklin, for those wonderful words of wisdom. Now, the next time you take a beach vacation, remember, make sure you drink plenty of water and use sunscreen with a minimum SPF of 15. Yes, you will burn. I did it in Mexico, and there was nothing cute about walking around with a burnt face. Not. So, ladies, if you're looking for the perfect clutch to make your outfit pop, you must check out local handbag designer Cameo Phillips and her fabulous oversized clutches. Each Cameo de Bore clutch is designed and handmade according to your style and needs by Cameo, because according to her, every color, every texture, every fabric she uses is intentional. And to make things more interesting, she adds feathers and wood to chevron patterns, meshes, floral patterns on top of bright colors, and adds large diamond-like buttons to black leather. And these are just some of her unique designs. I have a purse by her. I love it. Cameo likes to focus on creating pieces that reflect a ladylike, life, and style for everyday living to help you take what you have right now and create a whole new you. In her words, to help you find the small things that make all the difference. So, to learn more about Cameo de Bore, visit her website at cameodebore.com or check them out on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The spring collection is available now, and several of her clutches are already sold out, so make sure you get your order in fast. So, are you a style star? If you answered yes, then STL TV wants to give you the opportunity to shine like the top of the Chrysler building. So, if you're a local designer, local boutique owner, an STL beauty blogger, or fashion industry expert, or you know someone who is, tell us their story. Send us an email and picture to stylespotlight@stltv.net. Now, all this talk of sunshine, spotlights, fun in the sun makes me want to celebrate. And you know, there's nothing we like to do more here at STL TV than celebrate the people in our neighborhood. So let's take a moment to say, happy birthday. STL TV celebrates you. A big happy birthday shout out goes to Wanda Ashford and our very own Carol Daniel. Happy birthday, Carol, we love you. And Beatrice Marshall Heggs, happy birthday, Beatrice. Marie Malay Graham, happy birthday, Soror. And to our very own Allinson Ford, happy birthday, Allinson. Now, we hope all of you enjoy your birthdays and know how much we appreciate each and every one of you. And if any of you out there has a birthday coming up, anniversary, or other special occasion you'd like for us to shout you out, just record and email your own 30-second message, or simply send us your picture along with a short written message to here's to you at stltv.net. Just make sure you submit it at least 24 hours before the special day, and we'll put it on the air. Now, ladies and some gents, we all know the part of creating a hot outfit requires finding the perfect handbag and shoes. That's right. And if you've been watching, we've covered the handbags already. Thanks, Cameo. But what if the shoe is a half size too small and it's the must-have to die for, giving me and resuscitating my life shoe? So, what do? Do you pick and purchase another shoe that will work? Not. What you do is what the clever connoisseur does. Because you know, I don't have coins to throw away and I can't walk around with my toes all crunched up. So with a few simple steps, I stretch the shoe to the size that I need, and you can too. Check out Michelle Phan's YouTube tutorial for all the deets.
Ever bought shoes that were too small? Try stretching them with ice. All you need, 2 plastic sandwich bags, and fill it a quarter way with water. And insert them in your shoes. This method works better on leather shoes. It can work on fake leather, but remember, fake leather tends to shrink back to its original size, so you might have to repeat this process a few times for fake leather. I bought these shoes just for this tutorial. One is a half size too small, and the other one just needs to be broken into. So place the shoes in the freezer. And if you live with someone, make sure they're okay with it, because most likely they're gonna freak out when they see shoes in the freezer. Okay, now check if the water has fully hardened into ice. And leave it out to thaw for a good 20 minutes. Time's up. Remove the ice packs. It should slide right out. This method can stretch the shoes out to a half or a maximum of 1 full size. And wipe them dry. A little bit of water should not damage the shoes. Now we're finished. Try them on to see if they fit. It should feel nice and snug. So, if you see a good pair of shoes that's a tad bit too small, go ahead and get them. You can make it fit.
Like Michelle said, you can make it fit, honey. We can get our feet in anything. So don't pass up that super sale shoe because it's a half size too small. Just use the ice stretching technique and collect your coins and not corns. Yes. How's that for a new slogan? I think I like that. So, if you're still looking for that perfect Easter bonnet or derby hat, because it's never too soon to shop, check out tonight's edition of After the Mix, where I'll chat with Diane Isbell from Hats by Diane about her Easter and spring hat designs. And since prom is right around the corner, it seems like it was just yesterday. I'll also be chatting with Nicole Shern-Perkins to discuss the Fairy Glam project, which helps deserving teens get prom attire for free. How cool is that? Well, for those of you who are in the job market or just know someone who is, thanks to Slate, there are plenty of employment opportunities across the region. And now's the time to look. How else are you going to pay for those fun in the sun summer getaways? Here are a few of the hot jobs this week. Content marketing analyst, information security manager, digital user experience designer. And these aren't the only job vacancies in and around our area. Slate has thousands of job listings. To find out more, go online to jobs.mo.gov. So, Easter's just about 2 weeks away? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, now's a great time to hang out with your family and friends and go ahead and get that great reservation so all of you all can sit down at brunch and dinner together. So check out these local brunch options. Brasserie by Niche. Oh, their food is to die for. And Bristol Seafood Grill. I love seafood. And Cyrano's. So hurry up and get that reservation in. It's right around the corner and you need to get signed in now. And in case you aren't aware, March is Women's History Month. Matter of fact, Focus St. Louis is having an event called Celebrating Women's History Month on Wednesday, March 25th at the Missouri History Museum. This year's event will highlight women in science, technology, engineering, math, or STEM careers. Some of the panelists include Casey Grell, principal at Cultivation Capital and venture partner at Prosper Women Entrepreneurs, and Dr. Cheryl Watkins-Moore, director of bioscience and entrepreneurial inclusion at BioSTL. Now that's quite impressive, ladies. And speaking of events, if you're looking for a few fun things to do this week, make sure you check out the Fairy Glam Prom Expo on March 28th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the St. Louis Outlet Mall. And if you love oysters, get over to the Stoughton Oyster Festival on March 27th from 5 to 11:55 p.m. Now see, they're not playing with you. They want you out at 11:55. So make sure you get there before you gotta get out. For more information, make sure you visit their websites. And you know what time it is? Before we say goodbye, you know we always have to take a moment to jabber with Gina. It's your moment to ask me anything you want to know about fashion, food, travel, or lifestyle. And tonight, I'm responding to Gloria Carter Hicks. She wrote in and said, Gina, I recently made the big chop and I would like to know who cuts and colors your hair. I love it. It's very becoming of you. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Hicks. I really appreciate the compliment. When I made the big cut a few years ago, it was very scary. However, I have a fabulous barber named Chad Gates at Lee Moss Hair Salon on Brentwood Boulevard in Rock Hill, Missouri. He's a master barber and he's reasonably priced and willing to take risks in the name of beauty and fashion. Gotta love him. If you have any questions, send them to me at jabberwithgina@stltv.net. I'm more than happy to answer all of your questions and tell you how to get the most bang for your buck. Whether it's fashion, beauty, food, or travel, just ask me, the Clever Connoisseur. I love everything concerning fashion, food, and lifestyle. I live for it. I'm it. It's me. On that note, it's time for me to say goodbye and make sure you check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until next time, live the high life for low cost and keep your coins in your purse.